whole Fortnite thing that's been blown up is crazy. It feels like it came out of nowhere. I mean, and again, maybe that's to people that are outside the industry. Basically, we've got what was going on with Epic, which is they decided to submit a version of their mobile Fortnite where they included payments in the app. Now, the reason that matters, right, is because usually on the mobile versions of the game, you've got to go through Apple, the App Store, or you've got to go through the Play Store, the Google Play Store with Google. But and so they get a 30% cut from that. It's a whole mess, to be honest with you. Basically, Epic was like, how about we just ignore that? And they made a version.
Apple.
It essentially is kind of a discount for whoever's buying V-Bucks, because that 30% is added onto what Epic already charges, which is why it was no surprise that people were super happy and were fine with it. Almost immediately, we saw Apple be like, "Oh no, bye," and they took Fortnite off the App Store. Then we have Epic just come out of nowhere with that damn lawsuit, and not just the lawsuit, by the way, which was prepped. Isn't it crazy just how like that just came out of no, like they had it ready.
With their PC and console versions, all of the prices of everything is the same, like universally. The 30% that Apple would charge to like buy $10 worth of V-Bucks is like messing up their whole system. So they're probably like, just let's like get rid of it entirely. Yeah, they were probably prepared for that.
It was 192 pages. And then not only that, what's crazy to me is they also had the 1984 commercial prep. For some context, if you guys don't know what I'm referring to when I say the 1984 commercial, Apple in 1984, I believe it was in 1984, they had made a commercial that was kind of like dubbing at the time IBM as like the big brother, and they were, and it was fighting the establishment and
sticking it to the man.
Yeah, and what Fortnite is, they decided, let's make a commercial that is an entire parody of that, with Apple as a bad guy, a literal guy with an Apple head on the center for the 1984 commercial parody. They went ahead and they asked everyone across all their social media platforms to fight to free Fortnite. Which, again, listen, I'm not saying that I am for or against, or I'm on one side or the other. Realistically, I don't see Apple as the good guy. Apple is a bad guy here, in my opinion, but there isn't a clear good guy because Epic's done a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I could see them both being the bad guy. Epic would have been on iOS and like Mac for free. Apple wouldn't be making money unless they signed a deal.
Of that, no.
Yeah, no, they just wouldn't be making money.
If they were able to change things, right? If they were able to negotiate something, 5%, 10%, okay. 30% though. And that's kind of huge. In the technology and gaming industry, to my knowledge, that's kind of like a standard across so many companies. Like I think Steam also takes 30%, a 30% cut. Especially a lot of smaller developers, if they didn't take that 30% cut from them. And here's the kicker, is Apple has already said that they're not going to make special exceptions for Epic over the interests of their consumers. Mind you, while they say that, they have shown that they will, and they have made exceptions for Netflix and Prime Video transactions. And they have. That's the crazy thing.
They don't take a cut to like subscriptions for like Netflix and stuff?
I believe it's just lesser. I believe it's like 15%, something like that. Yeah.
So they're still getting something.
Just to be clear, Google followed suit. They also removed Fortnite from the Play Store. The real focus on the fight seems to be Epic v. Apple, is what it really seems like. I mean, let's also just, facts. Apple this year reached, what is it, $2 trillion in trillion dollars.
Yep.
Their valuation. So that's ridiculous.
Aren't they like completely getting rid of like their tool system too? Right.
Right. So so that's another thing, is until August 28th, everything's fine. But once August 28th hits, Apple has threatened that they're going to be removing support, and they're also going to revoke whatever partnership or membership Epic Games has with them, meaning that all of, and like removing all access to developer tools that have to do with iOS and Mac devices. And it's crazy because that includes Unreal Engine. It's something that is used for a large majority of games.
I think that's insane.
That would massively change things.
It would definitely handicap like Mac anyway, in terms of like gaming capability for sure. 40% of PC games right now are using Unreal Engine.
The first step would be Fortnite players on mobile wouldn't be up to date. They would be playing something that's out of date, which would mean they probably wouldn't be playing the game, period, which would mean that the game just doesn't exist on iOS device. If I'm Apple, I understand. Listen, Apple is humongous, right? I get it. But Fortnite has kids in a vice grip. It has kids. It does. They have kids right there. Like, that is their primary audience, at least when it comes to Fortnite. They have an insane amount of people that they can mobilize. Epic is trying to rush this to court because they're basically trying to tell judges, like, hey, Apple's threatening to do this, but they can't. It's just from like the fuck it, we're talking about it perspective. It doesn't seem like Apple can do that because Unreal Engine hasn't violated any of their terms.
And Google removing them to save face is also kind of just disgusting.
They probably have their terms of service too, and their terms of service probably are like, you can't bypass this and give us absolutely no cut. The App Store is entirely a monopoly, or it is the platform for a monopoly, I should say. Apple has the monopoly. They filter everything, and I understand they want a specific kind of experience, but that's the whole thing, is let's not bullshit anybody. Let's not act like that's not the case. They do everything, or they accept everything that they accept. It fits with the line of reasoning that they want to create a specific user experience, a specific look, a specific feel to everything, because it's all Apple and it's supposed to be premium. And again, I have nothing against Apple products per se. Apple company practices, yes, that's different. Funny thing is, we're talking about companies kind of doing things that kind of make you feel like your privacy is not necessarily your privacy, or your choices are not necessarily as much of their concern as their money is. Facebook, all Oculus devices will require Facebook accounts to operate. You'll have to log into to a Facebook account in order to operate them.
Do you think that the whole Facebook account linking to Oculus is a bad thing?
I can see both, that there are two sides to it, right? I mean, there's two sides to everything.
Yeah.
The issue is, and what makes this look bad, the fact that when Oculus was purchased by Facebook, the founder, he had stated literally in a Reddit AMA that you can rest assured you will never have to log into a Facebook account to use an Oculus Rift. I expected of a company to do this because they have a social media platform that's kind of dying. They have Instagram, which is really big, but now you have TikTok, which is bigger, and so it's kind of overshadowing Instagram.
Is, quote unquote, going to be bought out by Microsoft. So I mean,
Microsoft, but also Oracle too.
Yeah, Oracle.
But
well.
I
feel very weird about this whole situation because I think that logging into a Facebook account and making things more personal in the grand scheme of things will be better than like going by these aliases and being very like secretive. Try to like rehumanize the culture. I don't necessarily agree with it because I hate Facebook and everything that it stands for. But I think that having your first name and your last name attached to what you do online will make you do less dumb stuff.
If any of you guys keep track of building computers and looking at components and such, this year the prices have just been dipping for things like RAM and SSDs, and actually prices are supposed to be dropping by at least 10% in the fourth quarter of this year, and then supposed to drop even further into 2021. Listen, with that, and with the Nvidia cards that are supposed to come out, anybody watching, if you're looking for an upgrade this Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas is probably a good time to look out for doing any of those kinds of upgrades.
You're going to be getting anywhere between 40 to 60% off on shit that would be hundreds of dollars. It's going to be a really good time to upgrade.
Trust, I am trying my best because I want to upgrade quite a few things. We have the Nvidia cards that are coming out. And there's supposed to be an announcement On the 1st of September, there's been a lot of hype from Nvidia, a lot of hype around this event that it's gonna be huge. And listen, the reason that it matters is because I get it if you're thinking, well, what are they going to talk about? Like their flagship card would like the 3080, that's going to drive the prices down for everything else considerably for all the other video cards. So if you're again,
because the card's going to be like roughly like 2,000.
There's a rumored price for the 3090 that's coming out. It's heavily a rumor. Let's make that clear, right? Yeah, it's apparently marked up at $2,000, which is insane. I think the 2080 Ti is $1,200 right now, I think.
Yeah.
In summary, listen, if you guys are looking to shop for components this Black Friday, this Cyber Monday, be on your devices. Come that time, just keep all your information open, keep all your devices open, and we'll probably be making a podcast episode to help you with that. Call of Duty, Black Ops, Cold War.
They announced Cold War, and they're gonna do a worldwide reveal August 26th. The Cold War's kind of dope in terms of Warzone. They want to try to transition Warzone straight into Cold War.
See, that was going to be my question: is how they were going to do that?
Blackout sucked, was terrible.
Agreed.
Probably the worst thing that they could have done. Warzone is solid.
It's been way more successful than Blackout could have ever hoped to be.
So there's been a bunch of Easter eggs rolling around in Warzone with a bunch of bunker code, and people are like coming together to try to figure out this Easter egg, and people are like deducing that it's going to be a nuke, and on the reveal it's going to drop a nuke on the map, and it's going to do what like Fortnite did where it shut down for a couple of days, and it's just going to get ported into the new game. Activision was like, yeah, we're only making like, this is going to be the only battle royale. Blackout was like a test.
You know, if you got a model like that, I think that I get that it's traditional to always come out with a new Call of Duty, you know, just keep doing it, but maybe it was time to change things up. And in a way, they have done that. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's based on the events of the Cold War. It's not meant to be historically accurate, because I think there's completely different things that happen.
It's inspired by actual events that transpired during the Cold War. But no, it's not like concrete. There's like a bunch of interviews with like KGB members and like FBI agents, like old school shit that's like in the game. And you have Apex that's going to be on Steam, the new Warzone. Like I think it's going to be a good year, a good upcoming year, 2021.
Oh, for sure. And listen, we got Cyberpunk 2077 coming out.
It's going to get delayed again, but yeah, let's be hyped.
I mean, it's going to get delayed again, yeah. But when it comes out, oh, you better expect content, boys. You better expect content when it comes out. 100%. Can you give me an air drum roll? I'm not gonna hear it, but I want to see it. Okay. Okay. Slacker's choice. Okay. Slacker's choice. Yeah. First things first. Movie of the week. What do we got for movie of the week, Mr. Ditto?
Captive State. It's one of them sci-fi trippy dippy mindfuck movies. Really good. It's good.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Listen, if you like sci-fi, if you like dramas, you know, a little bit of sci-fi or fantasy mixed in with a real story with real struggles, this really nails it. Honestly, nails it. You guys should give it a watch. Again, as always, YouTube, you guys got it down in the description below. We have Dr. K, which if you guys don't know Dr. K, he's a psychiatrist who is he's a Harvard graduate. He has done a lot of great content on mental health when it comes to streamers, when it comes to gamers. They actually have like a coaching system, and again, this will be in the description below. Check out his community. Check out Healthy Gamer GG. If you guys need any sort of assistance at all when it comes to mental health, check it out. There's awesome people there. The video that we've got from him is actually very new. I think it came out yesterday. About the toxicity in streamer communities. It's a pretty crazy episode. It's pretty long, but if you got a long car ride somewhere, if you're going to work, just put it on. Do you suck at cooking, Ditto?
Dude, I am a horrible cook. Horrible.
Well, listen, On the You Suck at Cooking channel on YouTube, they just uploaded a video about how 5 different ways on how to cook corn.
I only thought there were 2 ways: popcorn and boiling. I didn't know there were 5 different ways.
Listen, my friend. There are many ways.
And he makes it fun.
He makes it fun. So if you're not normally a fan of cooking, but you wanna have a laugh, maybe learn a recipe or two, 100% I recommend giving it a watch.
The Umbrella Academy is a fucking stellar show. It's another trippy dippy mindfuck show. There's this guy, he's like, fuck it, I want to have magic babies. A bunch of babies. Yeah, a bunch of babies were all born on the same day, like Immaculate Conception style. Little baby Jesuses. And he goes up and he pays these people and he buys them, and then the show's about their life in this dude's house. It's fucking sick as hell. There's 2 seasons. Second season's really cool. Huge twist. Definitely worth a watch.
The Translator from Awkward Puppets.
For all my oldie friends, you guys remember Crank Yankers? Imagine that, but nowadays. It's funny as fuck.
That about wraps it up for us. We got everything we've got to say this week. I appreciate, as always, everybody who came out to watch so much. If you're watching this on YouTube, enjoy the rest of your day or night, whatever's going on.
Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment of a good anime to watch, because your boy needs anime to watch.
Make sure to like, just to, leave a like, or if you enjoyed it, to help the YouTube. If you hate it, dislike it. Yeah, no. Tell us why you hate it. True. Tell us why you hate it. Tell us what we could do better. Love you guys. Enjoy you guys. Take it easy. Peace.
A-Town.